I am just off vacation and I got to go home and visit my folks, and I got to talk to one of my really good friends, Eric Thomas, and in getting to talk to Eric, we bounce around some ideas and get to know some, think about some stuff in some different ways. And it really spurred me to talk about what I wanted to talk about today, which is that every person has a ministry or a mission. So you're here for a specific reason, and the world needs you, and particularly you, to do what you do, specifically the way you do it. And if you don't do it, then maybe somebody else will do it, but they won't do it like you do. So first off, what it is, what's your mission? So my mission is that I believe it's really important that people have the ability to connect, that you have an opportunity to be yourself, and that you have an opportunity to connect with people and not be alone in the world. Not a big fan of bullies, not a big fan of people that sublimate others, not a big fan of prejudice or bias. And it comes a lot of different ways. And so my mission is that people understand that we're all different people, we're all diverse individuals, and that we need to be respected for our differences and how we work. But you have your own thing. And whatever you do, whatever your calling is, whatever the world puts you here for, because in my opinion, the world needs something specific from everybody, and that's the reason that you're here. So it's really important that you figure out what that is you do, and even if there's like 5 million other people that do what you do it a very specific way. And the fact that you do something in a very specific way makes it unique, and it will also speak to a different group of people because you say what you say, or you do what you do in your own specific way. So again, nobody does it exactly like you do. My friend Eric, he's a personal trainer, and he's the first to admit he's not that, he's a great trainer. Like, he can really get and motivate his clients, but really his big thing is motivation. He's like working his way up to becoming a better and more knowledgeable trainer day by day. I'm kind of similar in the same way. I'm a decent facilitator. I'm pretty good at helping people understand their differences and why that's great, but I need to get better, every single day. It's critically important. And again, you're gonna reach a different group of people because you're different and you do something in a different way. So someone might be hugely popular and all over the place, and you're like, I'll never be as good as this guy or this girl or whoever, your role model. You're like, I'll never be my role model. And you know what? I've got great news for you. You'll never be your role model. You'll be your own role model because you do what you do in a different way, and we need you to do what you do the way you do it. So, remember, because of the fact that you speak in a different way, or that you reach different people, or the fact that you have a different tactic, means that you will reach different audiences, which will mean you'll reach different people, which means you'll touch different people, which means that mission gets bigger, your ministry gets bigger, the thing that you have to give to the world, that the world put you here for, you will do differently and reach other people because of that fact. So the next problem is people go, well, I have no idea what it is. I don't know why I'm special. I don't know why I'm here. I'm afraid to look. I'm afraid to figure it out. Well, that's not good enough. You have to figure it out. We need to know what the world put you here for. And if you don't know, or if you don't think you have a purpose or plan, then you need to dig in and take some time and figure that out. It is of critical importance. Every single person here in the world has something that they need to give to the world, or give to other people, or give to the environment, or give to animals, or whatever. You have a purpose. You have a role. You're here for a reason. It's not an accident. The fact that you're here, and even whoever's listening to me is listening to me now. I'm talking to you to challenge you because there's more you can do. It isn't gonna be easy. It's not simple, and you're not gonna just wake up and figure it out. You gotta dig in, work, and put some time into it. We don't come out with a thing on our forehead that says motivator, or diversity and inclusion specialist, or teacher, or whatever, right? It doesn't just come out. You gotta take some time, dig into you, and figure out what you are supposed to give to the world, and then impart that information. So if you don't know, take some time and dig in and figure it out. And you're not going to figure it out in a week. You're not going to figure it out in a month. I didn't figure out what I was supposed to do till I was 32. Like, I'm 38 now, so that means I've been effectively doing the thing that is really special to me for 6 years. I would hope you start sooner than me, because you could do so much more damage if you figure it out quicker. And if you don't know and you know me personally, come see me and I'll help you out with that. Again, we won't figure it out quickly, but we'll figure out something. And it'll be unique to you, and you will make an incredible difference in that area. So lastly, there's, two more things. You might not do what you have the ability to do because you want to be about your message, or you want to be about something bigger than yourself, and you don't want to be this talking head on YouTube like I am right now. And I'll be honest, like, I'm not here on YouTube because I want people to follow me. Like, I feel like I have important things to say, and this is my thing, right? This is the thing that I do. This is what's special about me. And the more people I reach, the better I do at the thing I do. And so, if I need to step out into uncharted territory and be on YouTube where people can, like, razz me or give me a hard time or, make fun of me, then that's what I need to do. Like, that's my calling. So I need to be there talking about that thing, otherwise nobody's doing it, or they don't do it like me. So that's critically important. And other people are going to give you a hard time because you chose to get out there and say something that matters. So don't listen. I mean, you're going to get shit either way, right? Like, someone's always going to be a critic. So why not do what you do the best that you can and say fuck the critics? Because it doesn't matter. If you're doing something and people are giving you a hard time, that usually means you're doing something right. If you live in a world that's completely hater-free, then you're probably not doing anything of substance. So you need to get into it and do it. And if you do know what you're doing, if you do know how and why you're here, then you need to go for it all the way. You need to dig in, be the best at what you do in the world in the specific way that you do it. And you need to challenge yourself to think of a bigger, better way to do it than you were doing it before. Like, you notice I've only just started doing YouTube videos, right? And they're gonna be shaky, and I'm gonna have better ones and worse ones. But at the end of the day, someone might need to hear me, and I don't know where they are. And I could reach somebody in a place I could never actually make it to on YouTube. And so I have to challenge myself to step outside of my comfort zone to do something different, to reach someone that I wouldn't normally reach. I'm doing what I do in a bigger, better way, and I always got to challenge myself to keep pushing and to do it in a little bit better, bigger, better way, because that's the way we stay our best. Apathy, standing in one space, is a killer. It just takes you completely out. If you're not moving forward, you're literally moving backwards, because the world doesn't stop to wait for you. So that's my message for you today, is get out there and go for it and figure out what your mission is. Find out what your ministry is and go after it and make a difference in it. And do something that someone would give you a hard time for. Like go get made fun of. I get made fun of all the time. People call me a cult leader and whatever else, like, all the time. But at the end of the day, like, I'm really looking out for every individual that I can come in contact with, because I care about them and I want them to be the best them that they can be. The world doesn't need two rowdies, otherwise I'd have been twins. And even if I was twins, I'd still be two different people. So the world needs you to be you. So go figure out what you're here for. And then go vibrantly be that thing you're supposed to be as best as you possibly can. Because the world needed you, and that's why you're here. And figure it out. If you don't know who to talk to teachers, talk to your parents, talk to pastors, talk to your friends. Like, dig in. Get after it and find out. And if you don't know, come see somebody that knows what they're doing, because they can help you figure out whatever different thing that you do. So, that being said, taking a little bit of time right now to do what I do better. I'm looking forward. I'm really appreciative of my friend Eric Thomas, because he helped me figure out how to push a little bit more. And I'm hoping to hear from a certain character of his called Odin, who has a role as a preacher. So I'm really here. I want to see him out there on YouTube doing his mission, making a difference in the world that he can make. Because there's days I need to hear that.